Alrighty, gang, let's get into the Crash of the Titans as I'm inundated with ads. So we have the 5-star version of Captain Marvel here. 333 scheme, red, yellow, and green, though not in that particular order. So let's take a look at her skills, abilities, and go from there. Alright, Mean Right Hook is a red ability that costs 8. It's both active and passive. The active portion, she creates a 2-turn red repeater tile that deals damage and then creates 2 red strike tiles on the board. Whatever the strength is, we'll look at it once we get into the fight. And then passively, whenever a friendly strike tile is destroyed by any means other than a match, she'll gain 2 yellow AP. Meaning if we destroy the tiles, whatever the case might be, or with her green ability Event Horizon, well, the old version of Event Horizon and Photonic Rush. So Event Horizon is a green passive, and I mentioned it has an active portion too. So she creates a 3-turn green repeater tile while it's on the, so whenever one doesn't exist, and it generates 3 AP whenever it reaches 0. If she has 10 or more green AP, whether it being from matches or from the repeater, then it becomes Photonic Rush. And then Photonic Rush costs 10. She deals damage. She destroys a random row, excluding friendly special tiles. And then for each friendly special tile in that row, you destroy an additional row, excluding friendly special tiles. So destroyed tiles don't deal damage, but they deal damage, but they don't generate AP. Meaning, if the row is destroyed and happens to have a strike tile, then she'll destroy another random row. Now, it's not like Wiccan, where Wiccans will just continuously destroy stuff. And then whenever she has less than 10 AP in green, then it'll go back into Event Horizon and then repeat the cycle over again. Alright, got your 6. It's her yellow ability that costs 8. She sends a chosen ally away for 2 turns, including herself, and then when they turn, you heal the ally for burst health and you deal damage to the target. Her affiliation, for all those that care: Heroes, duh; Avengers, duh; Cosmic, duh; and Enhanced, for all those that care. No, I am not paying $4 for a costume for a 2-star. Alright, so Talos, whatever you want to call him. He is a blue, purple, and black user. At one point in time, he was pretty terrible. Now he's actually somewhat decent. Access granted is his purple ability, which costs 7. He creates 2 trap tiles that shapeshifts him into the target. And while any of those tiles are on the board, he'll steal 2 AP. And the shape-shifted target's 3 strongest colors whenever that color is matched. So if Carol matches yellow, we'll steal some yellow AP. If she matches green, we'll steal green. If it's red, we'll steal red. And then at the start of the match, you create 2 trap tiles targeting the front enemy. That's the passive. So we'll essentially have a way to get access granted started. Stunning Blow. This is a really good stun here for 7 blue AP. Stuns the target for 4 turns and then creates a 1-turn blue countdown tile that stuns any unstunned enemies for 2 turns. Lower levels, it's a 3-turn stun, 2-turn countdown tile that unstunned enemies for 1 turn. And then a skill unmatched is his passive. For every AP that Talos has more than his enemy in any color, he deals 20% bonus match damage, and if Talos is shapeshifted, then his bonus match damage increases by 39%, which is with a max at 585. Meaning, as long as we make matches in colors that Carol doesn't have AP in, we're going to be dealing a whole lot more match damage. Alright, his affiliation for all those that care, villains, heroes, and non-humans for all those that care. Alright, so how do we stop Carol from going binary? Well, we don't want her to gain red. We really don't want her to gain green. Yellow we can kind of deal with the burst of healing, as long as we get our blue stun off. As long as we can keep those shape-shifted tiles on the board, or the trap tiles on the board, that'll work in our favor. But I think we're probably going to end up doing a lot more match damage. Now I know I got the team ups here again for neutral boost. This fight here, I might I'll keep them on here. I mean, it's not gonna affect the fight too much because again, you can't use team ups in the fight. So we'll let my matches do the talking. There you go. Like I said, we're gonna pretty much deal with her with match damage. We even get a chance to even get the stun off. I mean, not that it really mattered. I mean, it probably mattered some, but you know, hey, thanks Alliance as always for playing. Let me think here. Who to pair Talos up with? Give me a minute. Alright, so after thinking about it, really anybody like our good friend America Chavez. And the reason why America Chavez, well, as long as she has more AP or you have more AP than your opponent, you're going to create critical tiles. As long as you have the AP lead, yeah, that's going to work out in your favor. Additionally, you want someone that can steal AP, especially in those colors that you're not really using too much. So any AP thieves are pretty much gonna work well with Talos. Now again, you kind of want Talos to be the one that's dealing the most damage, because well, those hits from Talos, as you saw, they were doing They're doing some pretty good numbers to a relatively weaker 5-star, but yeah. Let's see here. Next crash, gonna be a double crash. It's gonna be with the Clea, so this is gonna be brand new, I think. April Fool Vault still going on. Duck Duck Goose Seasonal still going on. Old Bessie's in the game, so we'll take a look at her real quick. See what kind of offers we got. No, if that was worth the hero points, sure. The pick one 4-star, this one here, I think this was it 900 points, where you get the option for 1600 shards for Gator Loki, Mordo, or Throg, or you get the roster slot, but you're guaranteed to get ISO 8 and hero point or command points. I chose it for the roster slot, even though if I'd have put the command, I picked Gator Loki, that would have gave me at least 50 command points, but roster slots though. This here should have been 3,800 or whatever they did for the Gangs Hall here. I'm not buying it for $10. Alright, so Bessie has a little store going on for her. So let's take a look at that there. Alright, the lactose free pack odds. 1 out of 10 chance for every 5-star that's in the game that's not in the latest Legends pool. When I mean every 5-star that's not in the latest Legends pool, I mean everybody. Alright, as you can see as I'm scrolling down, yeah. Okay, then 1 in 3 odds for the 4-stars, and you have increased odds for Dark Beast, Blob, Karnak, Thing, and Throg. Let's see if there was any increased odds with any 5s. I don't think I've seen them. Alright, then I know it's increased odds with 3-stars too, and there's every 4-star that's in the game. Alright, increased odds, 3 times odds, 1 in 2 chance for every 3-star that's in the game, but increased odds with Hitmonkey, Magic, Omega Red, Scarlet Witch, and Thanos. And then if you pull the 2-star, you're getting Betsy. Alright, which I've already got my cover. So, for whom the bell tolls, time marches on. This is a black ability that costs 6, creates a 2-turn fortified yellow repeater tile that deals damage, and then destroys a random trap tile. That's what that is. Pink gold's active and passive. We'll talk about the passive first. At the start of the turn, and whenever you make a match 4 or greater, you convert a basic tile into a trap tile, and the trap tile deals damage and burst heal the front ally for health, and whenever it's matched or destroyed by you, and burst heal the front ally for, well, it burst heals for a little bit more health when it's matched or destroyed by us, and it burst heals a little less, but then the enemy has to match or destroy it. And then actively, you convert 3 random red, blue, well, red, black, or purple, again, her strongest colors, into trap tiles. And then finally, red, gray, red ability costs 6, again, 666, the devil's number, the mark of the beast, all that there. You deal damage plus additional damage for every trap tile that's on the board. and the allies have master destroyed this battle with the max amount of damage of whatever it might be, then you heal for 30% of the damage dealt. And then affiliations, villains, non-humans, humanoids, and supernatural for all those that care. Alright, so that is that. Thank you all for watching. I gotta do some more Meat Rocket and Groot, and then all that jazz there. So, be excellent to be excellent to your fellow human beings. Do all the YouTube stuff, and I'll catch y'all next week. Till then, peace.